Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a simple tutorial. Not really a tutorial, it's more like a get ready with me. I'm going to be doing kind of like a fresh makeup look, nothing I've never done before. It's not every day because I am using a lot of products, but it is fresh faced and perfect for summer, and I am using all drugstore products. And yeah, I figured I would do a video like this that's pretty simple because I feel like dog poop. You know how when you get a cold, like your entire body kind of feels weak? And even like talking too much kind of takes your breath away. Like you have to step back and be like, whoa, I gotta breathe there. That's how I'm feeling right now. But I wanted to do a drugstore video. I wanted to do kind of like a fresh, simple summer makeup with a bright, bold lip to match my nails. So this is definitely a Magic City inspired makeup tutorial using affordable products, and it's very, very easy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. Prep and Hydrate Balm. I really like this. It kind of gives my face a cooling feeling. And I have been trying a lot of these like balm sticks as primers, and not all of them are good. Some of them I don't really like. And then I kind of just pat that in. For foundation, I'm actually going to be mixing two things. I'm going to take my number 7 Lift and Luminate foundation, and then I'm going to be mixing it a little bit with the Pacifica Multi-Mineral BB Cream. This is an all-in-one skin tint, and you can also use this as an illuminating primer. It doesn't have much coverage, but I am going to be mixing them so that I can get a more fresh look to the skin. I'm just going to mix these two on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to blend that in. The BB cream kind of shears out the foundation a little bit. It looks a little bit less like foundation. Also, this BB cream does have a little bit of shimmer in it, which I kind of like because it's not like too aggressive, you know? And of course, I'm using my Flower Beauty sponge that I am obsessed with. It's so good. It is about to pour so hard. The sky is black, like black. I hope that doesn't affect my lighting. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with concealer, and I'm also mixing two concealers. I don't know what my deal is today, but I'm gonna be taking the Wet n Wild Photofocus concealer in Ivory, light ivory, and then I'm gonna be taking the Milani Retouch and Erase Light Lifting Concealer in light. I'm mixing both of them because I really like the consistency of this one, and I like how it looks really fresh under the eyes, but I like the creaminess and the finish of this. I also like the coverage this one has. So I'm gonna mix them both. I'm gonna put them on the back of my hand, and then I'll just go in with a brush. I'm gonna take my e.l.f. lip and cheek brush. I'm gonna mix it with the lip side. Originally, when I wanted to sit down to film this video, I really wanted to use the Ofra liquid lipstick in Ultimate Red. It's like my favorite red lipstick they have. It honestly inspired Magic City, the nail polish I'm wearing, because it's like a neon red, but it's not an orange neon red. I don't know how to explain it. It's like so beautiful. But I cannot find my Ultimate Red anywhere. I lose everything, and I can't find it anywhere. So I just decided to do a drugstore, like a full face drugstore look instead. But Ultimate Red is literally the exact same color as my nail polish, way more exact than this one. This is the one I'm gonna be using in this video. But if you have Ultimate Red at home and you have Magic City, they go hand in hand. It's the lipstick I was wearing in my photo shoots when I was in the pool with Magic City. I love it, but I couldn't find it. I think I left it in a purse somewhere because I wore it the other day, but I looked and it wasn't in there, so I mean, I don't know. Okay, so before I go in with powder, I do want to use a few cream products. I love doing this in the summer. I just think it looks so natural and just less powdery, and I hate looking powdery, especially in the summertime. I just want to look fresh all day. So I'm using the Wet n Wild Cushion Contour, and I'm gonna use this to bronze the skin a bit, or to like contour a bit. I'm gonna be using this e.l.f. brush. I'm not exactly sure what the name is, but it's in this like clear collection. I really love this brush because it has little tiny hairs that stick out. You really can't see it, but I love that about this brush because it really helps you blend things out easier. I love it. If you haven't tried this brush, definitely try it out. It's awesome for cream contouring or for underneath the eyes. I love it. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this because I will go over with a bronzer in a second. Okay, so now I'm gonna apply cream highlight before I go in and powder everything. I just want to be very creamy today, what can I say? I'm gonna be using my fingers to apply this. This is the Jordana Glow and Go Creamy Strobing Stick, and I'm gonna use the shade Radiant Glow. And I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this onto the cheekbones because the highlight that we will be going in with is very highlighting. So I just wanna add kind of like a base. Usually I'll set my under eye concealer before I apply cream highlight because most of the time the powder will cover the cream highlight, but I forgot to do that. I didn't do that today. I don't know why. I guess I was just on a roll with creamy stuff. I'm gonna go over my eyes and my under eyes just to make sure that there are no creases. And I'm gonna be using my Real Techniques setting brush and my Wet n Wild Photofocus pressed powder. And I'm gonna set my under eyes. I'm also gonna take some of that right in my T-zone here and a little bit on my chin. And I'm gonna leave the rest the way that it is. It is a little bit tacky, but once we put on bronzer, blush, highlight, it'll set everything down. For bronzer, I'm gonna take my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I love this, you already know, it's amazing. I'm gonna be taking my e.l.f. pointed powder brush and I'm gonna be using this to bronze up the skin. By the way, my friend Stephanie and I were obsessed with Lion King, and we were looking how they're creating a live action Lion King, which is amazing. And I am so excited that James Earl Jones is gonna play the voice of Mufasa again. How amazing is that? How amazing is that? But, why don't they get the voices of the original cartoons? I mean, I don't get it. The voice of Timon, that guy's still alive, right? Why doesn't he want to do Timon? I can't picture Timon with any other voice. And I don't know. I hope I'm not disappointed with that live action because that is my favorite Disney movie of all time. Does it get better than The Lion King? I don't think so. I don't feel too hot. I'm probably gonna take off this makeup and lay down. I can't. I have so much to do, I can't. By the way, whenever I do my makeup like this, where I don't set my entire face, but my face is still tacky and sticky, you can apply your bronzer in a patting motion, and you'll get less of a patchy look. All right, for blush, I'm gonna take this Milani Warm Petals powder blush. This is one of my favorite blushes ever. It has a slight sheen to it, but it doesn't come off super glittery on the skin. I really like it. I'm gonna take my Real Techniques blush brush. Just gonna apply some of this onto the cheeks. This has quickly become one of my favorite blushes of all time, actually. I'm not sure if it was limited edition. Ugh, I hope it wasn't. And now for highlight, I'm gonna be using a highlight I haven't used in what feels like years. It's probably expired, but it's a powder product, right? These last a long time. This is the Physicians Formula Natural Nude little palette. It's so old, I even ripped off the back just so I can see the mirror and not have to open it. Lazy problems. I'm gonna focus it on this golden color right here at the bottom, and then I'm gonna mix it with this color up at the top. This has to be one of the most blinding highlights at the drugstore, and I feel like nobody really talks about it. I mean, I haven't even talked about it in a long time. We get so caught up in what's new, in the beauty community, that we don't even use the stuff that's in our collection. It's seriously one of the best highlights at the drugstore. I mean, look at that. And it doesn't look chunky or fake. It's very much a sheen. I really, really like this. And now, so everything melts right into the skin and becomes one with my face, I'm gonna be taking the Catrice Prime and Fine Multi-Talent Fixing Spray. I'm just gonna let that sink right in. This shoots so aggressively. It is a fine mist, but it throws a lot of it all at once. So even though it's a fine mist, you're super wetting your face. Anyway, for the eyes, I'm keeping it very simple. In the summertime, whenever I do like dewy skin like this, I don't really like to apply eyeshadow. But for today's video, I am gonna apply just a little bit of something. And this is really how I save a lot of time whenever I do wanna apply something on the eyes, but I wanna do my makeup extremely fast. I'll just take my bronzer, the same bronzer I used, and a big fluffy brush. This is the only brush in the video that is in drugstore, but I always use brushes like this when I do this type of thing where it's really, really quick. So please leave me your suggestions down below. Do you guys know of a drugstore brush that looks like this? A crease brush that's really, really fat and fluffy. This is the Sigma E40. I have crease brushes from the drugstore, but none that are this poofy. So let me know if you know of any, because I need it in my life. So I just take a little bit of this, and honestly, this is all I do. I just run it through the crease and on the lid, because sometimes I do just want to contour the crease of my eye, but I don't want to sit there and like do a whole eyeshadow look. Boom. Oh, man, I forgot. And then with this e.l.f. little pointed pencil brush, I'm gonna run that on my lower lash line, kind of sloppily, not being too precise or too careful, just to add a little bit of shadow. And then sometimes what I like to do, I don't do this all the time, but sometimes I'll just take my highlight or like a very shimmery eyeshadow and a big brush like this. This is the Wet n Wild unicorn brush. I don't know the name of this. I'll go into my highlight. I'm gonna go right here on the more golden side, really tap this off, and I will just brush this on top of my balls. What? My eyeballs. I'm sorry. I don't know what that was about. Just to give kind of like a golden sheen to the eyes. It just gives a slight golden glow. And in person, it kind of looks like you added a shimmery bronze eyeshadow. By the way, I'm gonna take this white golden color right here, and this is gonna be my inner corner highlight. This brush is an LA Colors eyeshadow brush. It's like literally $1 at the dollar store. And boom, we are done with the eyes, but yet they look like they have a little bit of something, you know? For mascara, I'm gonna be using this bad boy. I mean, I cannot get enough of this. It's such a good mascara. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, but I'm actually gonna be using black brown. And honestly, it like barely looks brown. Okay, so everything is pretty much done. Eyes are done, face is done. This fresh, dewy look is ready for the bed. But we're gonna go in with a hot pop of color on the lips. This is the perfect way to tie everything together because everything, although it's a lot of products, it's still very fresh and minimal to an extent. You know, you don't have like a crazy smoky eye going on. But the perfect way to just tie everything together is a nice bold lip because your look just looks completed. So I'm gonna take the Jordana Sweet Cream Matte Liquid Lip Color in the shade Mango Sorbet. And it's not exactly the same, like I said earlier, Ultimate Red is exactly the same. But this is as close as I got when it came to all my drugstore lip products. Okay, so this definitely isn't my favorite lip formula. It's a bit patchy and cracky, so I would definitely use a lip balm underneath this. I made the mistake and I didn't do that. And I would even recommend using a lip liner on top of the lip balm and then putting this on. I know that seems like a lot of steps, but this is a very affordable lip product and you kind of need to work with it a bit. So just letting you know, just in case you get this. Although the color is beautiful, the formula is not the best. When I was looking through all my drugstore lipsticks, a lot of them have that strong orange undertone, which you know is like my favorite lip color. This one is more of a poppy red, which I love on the nails. I also love on the lips, but I kind of struggled to find something to match these nails, but I'm glad I did. And I really love how this look turned out. I do looks like this all the time. They're my favorite in the summertime. It's just so fresh and perfect for vacations. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this simple talk through, laid back tutorial. Leave me a comment down below what your favorite product is in the summertime. Like, what's your favorite makeup item? I would love to know, and maybe I'll check it out if I haven't. And yeah, I love you guys. That completes this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. With the Pacifica it is so hot in my house right now. Me no can breathe. Brushing it on top of my balls. So I hope you enjoyed. Oh my gosh, did you hear that thunder? Did you hear that thunder? You better run, you better take cover. Ugh.